Welcome everyone to Unplugged DIY Solar. Of course, you guys already know we're gonna do the stream every single week. Well, basically every single week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this week I got Adam. Eric is not gonna be with us tonight, but maybe he'll be watching wherever he's at. He's got the internet with that Starlink. Come on now. Where you at, Eric, in the chat? Okay, maybe not. But we're going to go ahead and say tonight, we're going to be doing a Q&A, and maybe we'll talk about some topics about what's going on around the world and what that has to do with DIY solar. And, of course, just going over your questions and answers. And discover your solar production first. So what is it? Star?
Yeah, star for your solar production.
Yeah, so star for your solar production. You can put the week, and we're doing the day or the week?
Just today's.
Just today's solar production.
What'd you do today, and then where are you located?
Yep. So today for me, I guess I'll go ahead and start. Of course, I'm in North Carolina. If anybody doesn't know, I'm Rodney Hunt. This is Adam DeLay. But I did 50 kilowatts and kilowatt hours, and it was very, very cloudy this morning. So that is not good for me. As some of you may know, sometimes I do like 140 in a day. So 50 is not great. But it's a lot better than it started out as, because this morning I basically made nothing. And then we had that storm come through and wind and rain and all that. And then it broke free, I don't know, about 2:30, 3 o'clock or something like that. And the sun came out, got a little sun, and doing pretty good. What about you, Adam?
I'd say mostly sunny today. There's a handful of clouds that came through. It wasn't full sun all day, but I got 29 kilowatt hours today. So,
Bam.
I'm excited.
I'm trying to find a star on my keyboard. Like, where is it? Like,
Shift 8.
Okay, I'm like, where is it at? Okay, sorry. All right, let's go ahead and start with some of your guys' production. Off-grid wannabe. 50 kilowatt hours. So bam. And location off-grid wannabe, I can't remember.
He's up north. I think he's Ontario-ish.
Oh man, you way up there.
Yeah.
At NC Hydro, 35 in Western North Carolina. Snowed till 11 a.m. And it's crazy. Like, let's talk about this crazy weather, man. It was 80 something earlier in the week. Now it's dropped down in the 40s where I'm at. Today it was 70 something this morning. And then they were talking about Monday we might get snow. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, we're in North Carolina. This stuff kind of happens every year to get hot and then cold and then hot again. You never know when winter's going to end. But, I mean, this stuff is just crazy, man. And we have some pictures to show you that people sent in, and we'll show you some of the stuff they have going on with the winter weather / melting. Let's see. Pull up another one here. Joe Smith, 82 kilowatt hours on 17 kilowatts of solar. New record for me. Bam. Nice. Congratulations. Southeastern Wisconsin, unless I got that wrong. But, yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Mike Solar Garage, 16 kilowatts. Batteries are full. I'm like, you got a huge solar array for that. I'm like, 16. But I guess if your batteries are full, there's nothing you can do. You need to buy or just sell out some power to your neighbors or something and buy an EV and charge it. I don't know. I always need more power, so that's never the case for me. Well, I'm not going to say never. That's not always the case, like 90% of the year for me, because I'm burning down the power at my house.
Till you have, half of your kids leave the house,
I do have a crazy idea that I do want to bring up tonight after we get done with this and maybe go to some questions that when I am full, what to do with it. But so I'll bring it up to you guys, see what you guys think. Mr. Not So Off Grid, 10.7 kilowatt hours on a 2.2 kilowatt array in Kentucky. Bam. Nice. Congratulations. Florida. Here we go. Color Maker, 42 kilowatts. Of course, Florida. I mean, they're probably getting sun every day of the year. I know you guys get rain and stuff, but come on. It's nothing like the rest of the country, that's for sure. Red Bull, only 3.5 kilowatt hours a day and snowing today in Virginia in March. John, 27.6 kilowatt hours, so not sure the location. I'm sure you guys are like, I've told you my location before. You should know me.
Oh yeah.
Y'all guys don't realize how hard it is to remember what everybody says on here just by the name on here.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's very complicated. If I could see your face and stuff like that, I would probably remember more information. That's just the way my brain works, though. So, Uni 21 kilowatt hours. Bam. Solar in Stark. I think that's what it says. 25 kilowatts, raining in Florida all day. Hey, not bad for not great weather. Here we go.
Yeah.
Somebody with over 100 here in Houston. Ken, 114 kilowatt hours, still producing in Houston.
What?
Bam.
Still producing.
That's nice.
Well, yeah, because it's still early for him.
Yeah. What's your battery bank size? That's what I want to know. So, is it does you using that much power during the day, or you got a huge battery bank? Let us know that in the chat.
Need your air conditioner running now?
Yeah. Ped van is 52 kilowatt hours. Pleasant day in Houston Metro. Man, got a lot of people in Houston here. John, I already said John, didn't I? 27.6 Southwest. Yeah.
Maybe a different John.
No, that was the same one, I think. Southwestern Wisconsin. Oh, Southwestern. Oh, maybe it said Southeastern before. Maybe I don't know. Or it's the same family or something. They live on this side of the state. I don't know. Let's see. William Bryce, 45 kilowatt hours in Florida with great weather and a quick rainstorm. Bam.
Just enough to clean the panels off then.
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad it rained today. The pollen, that pollen started a couple days ago. Horrible. I hate pollen. That's just anybody that likes pollen, let me know in the chat. I'm sure you don't. I know we need pollen. It's not about that. It's just about my allergies. I can't stand it.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
I don't know why it's popping up twice. I'm seeing the same people's stuff. Maybe this thing is scrolling weird or something, but Stephen Fraser, 25.2 kilowatt hours. Bam. Can't remember your location either.
I think he's Michigan.
Bam.
I think he's West Side. See, there's a few that I remember, but
yeah.
I think my brain's filled up.
Jim says, why does this pull up the stuff so slow? I can barely read it. Did y'all let your kids copy and paste them pics into the graphic? Look, okay, this is what happened. So I didn't realize I was the one in charge of every week. One of us in charge of the stream, and we had to do the thumbnail and get it ready and prep a show. I've been working all week and didn't realize it was my week. So Adam was gracious enough to help me out, just do a Q&A when he threw it up there for me. So, hey, I appreciate what he did. He was helping me out at the last minute. So that was my fault, definitely nobody else. So you have to blame me for that one.
It was crap pictures, so.
So there were pictures used and photoshopped in other pictures, and you kind of, when you push them in, if you don't have a lot of time to like manufacture the rest of the picture, because some of it's cut off and stuff, and chat GPT and all that, hey, we did the best we could. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anybody I missed. Look like we got 55 people in the chat right now. If you got any questions, remember to put QQQ like we're showing down in the chat, and we'll discuss a few things. I guess I'll just go ahead and start off with what my idea is, which is super crazy and probably expensive and definitely dangerous. So if you have extra solar, I've been thinking about ways to, in the summer, do something to store it and to be able to use it in the winter. Maybe nothing like large scale, but just something that, hey, I could say I did it and learned how to do it, and then I can use a little bit for like a day or two in the winter, when maybe the clouds are out for 3 or 4 days in a row without having to use the grid. So I've been looking up, one of them is plastic to like basically take plastic and put it in a little reactor and do a reaction, and basically you can make like a fuel out of it to run a generator. There's a whole long process to it, but I looked at that when I was like, that really ain't for me. But hydrogen, they got these hydrogen fuel cells and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, I could use my excess solar to run electrolysis or whatever it is, a little machine that basically takes water and splits it, takes your hydrogen out, and you have to send it through like a dryer and do a few other little things with it. And basically you store the hydrogen, and then you use that to run a generator in the winter to charge your batteries back. it's a lot more involved in that, and it's pretty dangerous. You need to buy stuff. It's going to cost thousands of dollars for like a storage tank and stuff like that. It's very high psi, very high pressure stuff, and you would need to do it safely. But I'm just wondering if anybody out there has done anything kind of crazy like that, made your own little plant, like a hydrogen plant or a plastic to gas or fuel plant or anything like that. There's different things you can do like that. You can create your own fuel, and I'm just wondering if anybody's done that. I think it would be a cool little project, even to do it on a very, very small scale, which would be a lot cheaper. It'd probably be a couple $1,000s, but just to be able to make your own fuel from water, I think that's pretty crazy. So, anybody interested in that, if I ever have the time, y'all know how that goes. But I'm an idea person, I'm not a time person. So,
There
I
you
can't
go.
complete projects, I can come up with projects. That's what I do. But so I know I have a lot of projects that I need to finish, but that's just stuff I think about when I'm at work and have time to think about it when I'm running my process and control room and just sitting there watching computers and everything's working. So what do you, oh god, so Jim's already talking about permits. No, and this is not going to be anything I permit. My goodness, I'm talking about super small scale. They ain't going to know about it, and stuff like that. I just think it's very, very interesting. I think at some point in the future, things like that will become a lot less expensive and a lot more readily available for people to buy a kit and do it themselves and use that to just make their own fuel, so you can add it to your solar system and have a way to just produce most of your grid needs, I guess, by yourself. So I think that's pretty cool.
Logan said reach out to him when you want. And he can help out.
But so has he done it? Wait a minute. Like I gotta look at. Hold on, hold
Here,
on, hold on, hold on.
I
Where's
just
the
I
where's
just
the,
threw it on screen.
okay. Been there, done that. Reach out to me and I can help. Bam. So that is awesome. I'm definitely gonna do that. I work at a chemical plant for anybody that doesn't know. So I run reactors and all that kind of stuff already. And, we deal with some high pressure stuff, but it wouldn't be as high pressure as the hydrogen stuff. That is very high pressure. Most of the stuff we deal with is probably 100 psi or less most of the time, maybe a little more than that. But the hydrogen, I think the tanks would need to be in the 500 to 900 or something like that rated range. I'd have to look it up again. But for anybody that doesn't know, that's pretty high pressure, which would be pretty dangerous. Anything that's high pressure can be dangerous. So you have to have a lot of safety stuff involved in that, and especially if it's on a decently large scale. And I think it takes one thing that would be a problem in this whole thing is I think it takes about 55 kilowatt hours of power to make 1 kg of hydrogen. And that 1 kg of hydrogen, by the time you go to the fuel cell and basically make power back out of it for your system to charge your batteries, I think it's like, I don't know if it's 13 to 20 you get out of it. So
Yeah,
it's not
it's not.
it's not efficient at all. But if you are completely full with your batteries, I understand you can buy more batteries, but this you can store long term and it's not going to go bad. And
See,
so,
the conversion rate is almost like when you're selling back your solar to the grid.
mhm, exactly.
It's
But
that far apart. It's
yeah, but you have control of it. That
Mhm.
you know, there's things that I think about and think about doing that are not always economical or they're not efficient, but it's more about being more prepared and more self-reliant. And even if you could do it on a small scale and you had, you know, 5 or 6 kgs, I mean, you got a day's worth of power right there
Sure.
if you got that much hydrogen. And I just think it's cool.
Long-term backup.
A long-term backup, and I just think it's cool. So, I mean, who doesn't like that kind of stuff? William Bryce says, yes, build hydrogen cells and fill large military fuel storage bladders. Use it for heat with catless heaters. Yep, that is awesome. There's just so many different things that people can do themselves. There's a channel that I watch. We're kind of getting off topic here. It's still to do with more being prepared with power, even though it's not completely solar, but you will charge your batteries back. But a guy has a plastic to gas or fuel paralysis. I can't remember what the name of it is, and he's taking the plastic and melting it and making the fuel out of it. He's got a whole channel dedicated to that. Man, that stuff is awesome. I'm like, this is like the coolest thing ever. But it's pretty expensive. I mean, it's probably like $20,000 worth of stuff just to watch itself, I'm guessing. But all right, we got a couple questions here. So let's
Yeah,
go
it
ahead
gets
and jump into
pricey.
them. Yeah, it gets pricey for sure. Um Richard says, has anyone noticed that the MPPTs are jumping around with watts from solar panels, going from 3,500 watts, then dropping down to 61 watts, then back to 3,500 watts? Which one are you using?
Say
I,
it.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say it could depend on cloud cover. It could be your MPPT tracking. Sometimes it does that when you're getting close to full batteries. I mean, there's a lot of different reasons why you could see it bouncing around.
Yep. Color Maker's got a good one here. Tip of the day, check and clean your inverter charger fan filters. I definitely do not do that enough. So, I mean, the last time I cleaned my, what was it, my 6,000 XPs, they were pretty dirty. And they're inside, but, I do open the door to the building and stuff like that. But I'm like, man, I didn't think these things would be that dirty. And it's not hard to clean them either. It's just like anything. You probably need to put it in your phone and put a message saying once a month, hey, don't forget to go check your filters. So a lot of stuff I just forget to do it. You just get busy with life. So
Yep.
good tip.
Yeah, if I don't have it in my phone to remind me, I don't do it.
Yeah.
Change the water filter, change the
Yep.
HVAC filter, refill the water softener salt.
Yep. NC Hydro, I put a $50 refundable reservation on a Slate EV truck. Anyone else looking at those? Are they actually going to sell the thing? That's the problem. That's the one that's like $20,000 in basic. Yeah. I think that's very
The
good
customizable
concept.
one.
Customizable. Yep. Very good concept. And I would 100% be interested. I just don't think they're going to sell it. I mean, there's so many of these companies that try to seem like they do this stuff and then it never ends up getting to production. So did they say they're going to production for sure soon, or is that just
Was it supposed to be this
dream?
year, or was it next year that production was supposed to start? I don't remember.
Because y'all may have heard me talking about the RAM charger in the past, maybe last year. Beginning of last year, the thing was supposed to go into production and be for sale, and it's not for sale yet. And that is the perfect vehicle, in my opinion. It basically has like I don't know if it was like an 85 kilowatt hour battery on it. It has electric motors, but it has a gas engine to charge the battery back for long range. So it's got like a 600-mile range, but you get like whatever 100 and some miles or 200 miles, can't remember exactly, range on electricity only, so you can just charge it at home. That'd be perfect for me. You could drive it around kind of locally and do whatever you got to do. You can haul trash off, take your boat somewhere, take a kayak fishing. Or you can go on a long journey trip with your family and don't have to worry about stopping and charging at a EV charger if you don't want to. So
No, when I saw him making the full electric trucks, I'm like, this for people that need a real truck, it's just not enough. So you have to have this hybrid idea. And we're already seeing more and more companies that were in the full electric game. They're like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. We're switching to the hybrid aspect.
Yeah, and I think electric motors are just the way to go. Just the power and the torque, it's just fun. I mean, the drive electric vehicles. Anybody that hadn't done it, go rent one. No, don't go rent one. Here you go. Here's a tip. The Tesla, you can go drive them for free to do a test drive all over the country. So just look it up, go on Tesla and say you want to do a demo drive, and they'll let you drive it around for like 2 hours for free. And
That's
you just
how I did it. You mentioned it at one point in time, and so yeah, we did it.
So if you want to test out an EV, that's the best thing to do. Let's see. William Bryce says, QQQ, do a sand heat battery. I've heard people talking about that before. I've never looked into it. So I'm going to have to look that up to see exactly what all that is about.
Will they last, though? Because you're talking about doing, like, storing power from the summertime and using it in the wintertime.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know enough about the sand batteries.
Yeah.
But
how everything is constructed and all that. Let me see here. Oh, here we go. I would do the hydrogen when I win a $25,000 giveaway. Me too. Oh, man.
Yep.
Y'all are terrible, man. Y'all are terrible.
You're never going to live that one down.
No. Oh, we already brought that one up. Hold on. Wrong one.
Somebody said slates are supposed to go production this fourth quarter.
Year. Supposed to.
Yeah. I
just don't trust any of these companies, especially new companies, until they come out with it. I have put deposits down on stuff before, and then it never gets done. I try not to do it anymore because you just get your hopes up, and then you don't get anything.
I'm
So,
gonna switch this display real fast so we can actually read that.
all right.
All right, go ahead and throw that one back up again.
Bam. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. I have two main 200 amp electric panels from the meter. What is the best way I can design a good solar setup that I can provide whole house solar, battery backup, and use only grid as needed? You got two main 200 amp electric panels.
So
So
is
is
that a
there
400 amp service or is it?
is it two separate two? So I'm not an electrician, but I would think both of those you could just feed the main grid power into a grid boss, and then your power going to those panels from the grid boss. I don't know exactly how you would split it. You have to go into something else to split it, maybe, or something. Like, could you do that? I'm not an electrician, so y'all have to ask somebody else. But I think it would have something to do with the grid boss. That's what I would use. But
Yeah, I don't know of really. I mean, it could be out there, but I don't know of anything that's really designed for the large 400 amp service that some of these newer homes are ended up getting.
yeah,
It's always you have two separate systems, one running one 200 amp service, one running another 200 amp service
yeah. So would you get two grid bosses?
until they figure out a way to do a 400 amp. Yeah.
Yep. So that probably be the easiest way. Two grid bosses, two hybrid
I mean, it's
inverters,
two of everything.
and you might need four inverters depending on how much power you're using in each thing. And then, solar panels going to each one and then batteries. So it'd be a little undertaking, that's for sure. I don't know the best thing to do for you for that one because I only have a 200 amp service, and a lot of people only have 200 amp. But I guess these new houses they're doing the 200 or 400, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Jim says, can someone get Signature Solar to do a video on how to clean the mini splits? You just pull what do you mean? Pull the filter out? You talking about the coils?
The
Or
inside or the outside?
yeah, okay, there is a way to do the inside. You can buy a little kit that has a bag you hang on the bottom and take it apart, and then you put the solution in the top and clean it. I've done
Oh,
that before, but that is more for if you've had a problem, really. But I mean, and then the outside, you can of course spray stuff like you do on any HVAC. That's what I would think, Adam.
I mean, I didn't know that there was even a way to do that bag thing, cleaning the
Yeah,
inside head.
I
I mean,
did.
I
I
know
did.
that
I did mine in
there's
here before.
filters, but
Yeah, most of the time it's just a filter. But if you ever start having weird problems, like I was having that icing problem, and I didn't know if it was a leak or if it was something covered up in there. So I cleaned it just to verify it was clean, and so that didn't resolve the problem. But they do sell little kits for that on Amazon. All right. William Bryce says I have the same setup. Did two transfer switch and run the home with my two inverters.
mm-hmm. So it does look like if I'm looking at the same person, it's a 400 amp service. Yep. CKDA boss. So yeah, 400 amp service.
All right. Anybody else got any more questions? Remember, just put QQQ down in the chat and we'll try to bring them up. I think that's the only ones I'm seeing right now at this point. So let me see. I got a few like kind of questions and stuff to talk about just to try to bring up some stuff. Okay, so all the stuff that's going up with basically Iran and the shipping stuff and all that. I mean, what do you guys think about that? Do you think that's going to cause you to, if you're not finished with your system, some of you guys are finished, but if you're not, is that going to make you try to go out and get the stuff sooner and complete your system? Are you worried about, us going into wars with other countries that may be supplying us with stuff? Because that could definitely happen. Y'all know, everybody knows we're not making much stuff here. And the stuff we are making, a lot of the raw materials we're not getting from here, as far as I understand. We're still getting raw materials from other places. Some of them, I think they said some of the sales and different things we're getting here in the United States now, but not everything. So, what do you guys think about that whole situation? Are you gonna go out upgrade sooner rather than later? Are you telling your families, they should be getting solar too, or being more prepared? And what other ways do you be prepared? I mean, I'd like to know that because, I mean, it's not just about solar. I mean, having power is great, but if you don't have water or septic that works.
I think
Oh,
even
man.
even if this doesn't push a lot of people closer to realizing they need to try and handle some more preparedness on their own, I think the constant utility rate increases are really going to just kick people in this direction, to where it's still potentially going to be cheaper to install a full system than to continually fork out more and more and more money to the utility company.
I know one of the local towns, little city around here, that a lot of people I work with, they live in. They have electric company. They're all getting their energy from Duke. That's who's making the energy, and then you had these little entities that are buying it from them and reselling it. They're getting that wholesale, whatever. But man, some of their electric bills, man, they are crazy. I'm
Mhm.
talking over $1,000,
Yeah,
just
that's crazy.
crazy. And they're like, I only use this much power, and I'm like, man, I don't know how they come up with that from what you use, like, because they have these weird things where the rate's one thing and then it's another, and it
Yep.
moves around and all that. I'm like, man, I said you need to get solar. That's all I know. Hey, and I told y'all this before where they messed up the meters in that town, and the person wasn't going around and actually checking the meters, so they just started charging everybody like an extra $3,000 or $4,000 to cover what they missed or something like that. And people were
Yeah.
like, "How am I supposed to pay that?" Like I got other bills to pay.
I've
So
I've seen some of those huge
just,
bills and it's just crazy.
I mean, they can do whatever they want. It is a monopoly. There is nobody. If other
Mhm.
people can't build, you know, a nuclear power plant or whatever, however you want to power it, if they're not allowed to, they can't get the permits. How can anybody else compete with Duke in North Carolina? I mean, you can't. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And they can just do whatever they want. They keep raising the rates. They're raising them again. My
Mhm.
electric company's raised the rates like 3 or 4 times in the last 5 years, and they got another one coming, I'm pretty sure. And it's just crazy. So I'm glad I'm making a lot of my own power. And my parents are glad because they've saved a little bit of money with that solar system I put in for them. So, I mean, it works. Even at as small as my parents' system has been, and I only had the 14 kilowatt hour battery over there basically for a year, and they still save money. But as I'm adding more batteries, which I have over there, and I need to make some videos and all that, I mean, it's just going to help over time. So, let me
Yeah.
see here. Go ahead,
I
Hunter.
know that what was it last month? I had the highest electric bill that I've ever had. In the 14 years that I've lived here, my bill was $350.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I know that it was a crummy winter for me for solar production. I know that. I mean, I might have had a week total where I was actually running on battery power all winter long. And I
Yeah.
get that. It just kind of pushes me more towards I need more panels so that
Yeah.
I can store whatever power I can get.
Yep. Exactly. Let's see here. Looks like we got a few more questions in here. We'll jump into a few of these. BY says, I have a 24, I guess, BTU one. Uh, EG4 mini split. Is it connected to a 18K PV? No solar. Every once in a while, it turns off and comes back on. Have you had any issues like this? No solar. It is connected to a 18K PV, no solar. So it's just connected to batteries, I guess. Like you're just charging the
Batteries or
batteries.
yeah, batteries or the grid.
Oh, so maybe you have the like the Knights plan or something, or where you can charge and then use the power, the cheaper power at different times. I have not seen any problems with my parents' 18K PV that they have. It just works, but I mean, I don't know. Like we're only running like a very few things on it that's like not on the grid part, that the main house, I guess, panel or whatever. So I don't know if that has something to do with it, because a lot of times I'm just feeding back into their main panel with 18K solar, and if it needs to, it'll just pick it up from the grid if they have like a big surge or something like that. So that might be why, but I haven't seen any issues though.
Yeah, I mean, how is it connected? Is it connected to one of those smart ports on there that's programmatically controlled? Is it actually completely losing power, or is it just stopping outputting? Um, yeah,
Yeah,
that's an interesting one.
yeah, yeah. You always have to have more information with that kind of stuff. It's like you just don't know exactly what. But let us know in the chat, and then we'll come back to it. NC Hydro says, I'm hoping to sell my 4 times 15 kilowatt hour trophy batteries and replace them with 4 to 32 kilowatt hour, those, whatever they are,
The
the DIY
Yixiang.
ones. Is that the DIY ones? Or no, that ain't the DIY ones. That's just the big ones that they sell
Yeah, that's
complete.
that's the one that's like
Yeah.
what,
I mean, how you gonna move that
huge.
thing, man? That
You
you better
don't.
have a you better have a tractor, man. Come on. Just remember, anytime you're getting them big old batteries like that, wherever you want to put them, I hope you got concrete and just a way to slide that thing right in there. But yeah, that'd be nice. It'd be a lot more storage capacity, that's for sure. Jim, if I had the money, Signature Solar will have the money. If I had the money, they would have the money. Oh
Hmm.
yeah, that's like a lot of us. Mike Solar Garage. Pretty much done purchasing for the solar setup. Not concerned about the war currently, but inflation will come back like a lion. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on, but I know everybody might know I'm on the carnivore diet, right? So all I eat is meat. Meat is expensive, and it's getting
Hmm.
more expensive. A couple of years ago when I started, I could get ground beef like a bigger pack for like $3.90 some cent or whatever it was, I think. I'm talking that mess is over $7 now. I'm like, this is ridiculous, man. What is going on? And to me, it seems like it's got higher in the last month. I'm like, and it's got to be because of what's going on. What else could it be? The price of gas is going up. I don't buy, well, I don't buy gas. My family uses my money to buy gas, but I'm not driving the gas vehicles all the time. Most of the time, I'm driving the EV. But the prices have went up. People at work talking about it. I know it went up a lot when they start talking about it at work, because some of them guys drive big old trucks. You know how it is, and then they drive diesels and everything else, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, diesels, whatever, $6 a gallon or whatever
Yep.
it is." I'm like, "Yeah, you better
450 a gallon.
get a car to drive back and forth
Hmm.
to work." I used to drive a Ram 2500 back and forth to work. That's why I got an EV, because I'm like, man, this is ridiculous. I'm like, I'm spending $200 some a month in gas. I
Yep.
mean, this is just crazy. But yep. NC Hydro says, read the slate truck correction. First delivery scheduled in 2026, not just production. All right. Well, I hope you're able to get one. If you are, I would be interested in checking it out.
It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I love the concept. I
Yep.
love the modularity. I love how it's basic. But if I'm getting a truck, I need a truck that's going to be used as a truck.
Yeah.
I can't use one of the 2 foot beds or whatever they
Mm,
put on the back of that thing. Um, there's just too much stuff that I would need.
yeah. Let's see. Off-grid wannabe says, don't blame us for your rate problem, as we sell power cheaper to your utility than we can buy it for ourselves. Oh man. Yep. True. QQQ. Sorry, joining late. Speaking of power companies, they're fighting those plug-in balcony solar bills that are being proposed in 13 states similar to Utah. You should do an entire episode. Yeah, there's a lot of people that's trying to do a little plug-in. So what I did at my parents' house, just I was trying to test out, what is it? Basically like you just put it right on the solar panel and plug the solar panel into it, and then you can plug it into the wall,
Hmm.
and it's supposed to power your loads. And I'm like, it's definitely a cool idea if you don't have room to put a big system and you maybe aren't allowed to do it. Like you said, you put it on the balcony or something and kind of be a little more inconspicuous or something like that. I don't know how to say it, but I like it. But I don't like people telling you what to do. So I mean, I'm definitely down for a bill that says, "Hey, you're free to do this," but if they're saying you're not allowed to do it, I'm not down for that.
Yeah.
So So it
Yeah,
sounds like those bills are to ban it, I guess.
they might be whether to allow it,
Oh, whether to
because right
allow
now
it.
only Utah is the place that allows it, as far as I know. And then even then, it's a certain amount of production that they allow you to have. So you can
Yeah.
only have a solar string so big, and but then yeah, you basically plug it right into your wall, and it offsets your loads a little bit.
I mean, everybody should be trying to offset their loads somewhat. If there's a lot of people in the country that have basically extra money, spending money, let's just say, and we can all spend it on whatever we want, but you better start spending it what I would consider on you and your family, either solar, extra food, fixing stuff up, having parts to repair stuff, because at some point in, who knows if it's in the near future or at some point, they're gonna keep trying to get in wars with people and keep doing stuff that we're not able to get supplies that you really want or really need. So I ought to be working on at least some of that. You can't worry about that stuff all the time. You got to live your life, but I just try to work on that some. If I
Hmm.
was able to and had the money, and there's a lot of people that do have the money, they just might not think about it. They think everything's gonna be hunky dory because it's always been that way.
Yeah, but I mean, even if we focus a little more closer to home, look at the storms that just rolled through the country.
Yeah,
I mean, huge tornado outbreak, and cities leveled, communication down, power infrastructure all down,
yep.
and that could happen anywhere. I mean, the
And
weather's getting worse and worse.
yeah, and you always think like there's gonna be somebody there to save you. Guess what? I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a cop, firefighter, whoever. If their family's in trouble, who do you think they're gonna go help first? You or their family? I'm gonna go help my family first. I'm just keeping it real. They're number one to me, not somebody else. That's why you should take care of your family and be prepared, and then you can go help out somebody if you want to. I'm not saying everybody has to go out there and help out somebody, but I mean, if you want to help your neighbor out or whoever, somebody out in your community, you'll be able to do that if your family's taken care of. If they're not, you're gonna go take care of them first. So I think one of the hospitals not far from here lost power today, and I don't know how long it was for, but let's imagine something happened to you and you need to go to the hospital to get something done. If it happened today, you couldn't
Hmm.
go to that hospital, and there's not another one that close to it. I mean, it's like a county, basically hospital. Like you would have to go to another county. So you just have to think about this kind of things. I mean, stuff happens, especially during storms. It's always going to happen to more than one person. It's usually not going to be a storm that only hits one house. So if it hits a whole county or a couple of counties in the state, it's going to be harder to get help because everybody that can help people is going to be doing it. There's a lot of volunteer firefighters out there that go do this stuff all the time. I work with guys that are volunteer firefighters. I'm like, I don't know how you guys do this stuff. They are getting up in the middle of the night. I mean, all that, and basically they don't even get paid. I think some of them get paid like $5 for gas per call or something like that. I'm like, basically they're doing it for free. So you got to think, are those people going to come out there and do that if something was wrong with their family? Absolutely not. They're going to take care of their own family first. So they're able to do it because their family's safe at their house, and they're only helping you because only the problem's at your house. So always try to take care of yourself and your family. Let's see here. Got some more questions. I got to find out where I'm at now. Let's see. Rodney, Pool Energy. Did we do this one yet? I don't think so. Rodney, have you looked at any
Nope.
ways to pull energy from the Tesla to your home? I know with some manufacturers it's really easy, but Tesla seems to be more proprietary. So any EV, if you want to pull power out of it, you can pull it out at a slow rate. So I would recommend if you already have a solar system and a backup, a battery system, all you got to do is basically take. It's not going to be efficient at all. This is what I'm about to tell you. Basically, you hook an inverter up to your 12-volt battery on your Tesla or whatever EV you have. You find out how much power you can pull from it, and you go below that amount because they all have basically a DC battery charger that goes from the high voltage to that 12-volt battery. So you find out how much it'll do. If it'll do 800 watts, you find an inverter you can pull, 600 watts out of and use a charger from that inverter to charge your batteries back. Not efficient at all. My Nissan Leaf, I think it does 1400 watts. So I was able to just use my 900 watt charger for the 48 volt batteries I got. and pull 900 watts out an hour. And I left it running for like 12 hours. I left the car on, locked the doors. The 12-volt battery was charging the whole time, and basically just pulling battery at the high voltage battery. And so you could do a slow, 10 kilowatts a night out of there. So it's just another way to have a bigger backup from your EV. Now, is there better ways out there? Probably. I did that several years ago. I just wanted to figure out how to do it, and I haven't looked at it lately. So there's probably other ways to do it. A lot of the new EVs have where you can just plug it into like a machine that you can buy, and it'll automatically do it. So, Adam, you got any ideas with that?
I don't have an EV, but don't some of these have onboard power?
And some of them, some of the trucks and the bigger vehicles that have the
Use
onboard
your
power.
charge verter or
Yeah.
battery charger or whatever.
Yep. None of mine have that. They don't have the 110 volt, 120 volt, whatever. But if they do,
Okay.
that's an easy way. Bam, just plug it in,
Yeah.
plug a charger into your batteries, and whatever trickle charge it will basically do. If it'll do 500 watts, you charge at 500 watts. If it'll do 900, do 900. So definitely that. I didn't even think about that because I don't have one of those. That is a good tip. All right, James says, my power company made me a prepper. Multi-day power outages after a storm. Currently expecting 18 inches of snow and winds this weekend. So, absolutely. So, I'm telling you, Hurricane Matthew, I had generators and stuff like that. I was running generators, doing all that. But after dealing with all that, I'm like, I want a way that I just have power and it's basically uninterrupted, and my family doesn't really have to do anything. And if I had to run a generator when I'm home from work, I could do it. And so that's why I was like, I'm going to start working on solar. I went and got that one inverter, the one battery, and the 10 panels. And I said, I can run anything in my house, at least one thing at a time, with that 5,000 watt inverter, that grow watt I bought. And that was the most awesome feeling ever when I got that thing working. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, if the power goes out, my fridge is going to be good. I can run my stove, my microwave, a coffee maker, whatever I want to run. You just have to limit, you can't run everything at one time. So definitely a good way to start is solar and storms, and the power being, I think the power was out for 4 days, I think. Man, that's a horrible feeling when you ain't got no power. And then you got to think, I had a generator, so a lot of people didn't. So all their food went bad. If you had $300 worth of food in your fridge, which now it's probably $900, I mean, you just lost $900. So I had a couple of freezers, a fridge. I ran the washing machine, off my generator, and it would have been so much easier with solar at that time. So, and then like a couple days ago, I know I'm just going way off topic here. I'm just talking up a storm. Sorry. My neighbor, I work with my neighbor, so I talk to him about it every day. And so I'm like, he's like, hey, did your power go out? I'm like, how will my power go out? I got solar. He's like, oh, he's like, never mind. He said the power went out last night. I'm like, I didn't even know. So I didn't even know the power went out at 3 o'clock in the morning for a little while. And I had no idea why, because everything at my house has kept running. So I didn't have a problem. And that is the feeling that you can have, like, when you find out that the grid was down and you're like, hey, I didn't even know about it. It wasn't long, it was like, I think it was like a few minutes or something like that, but it's just a pretty cool feeling. And so storms will definitely get you going. Adam, I know I probably didn't let you talk. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just gonna. You brought that up, and there's no better feeling when you're working on this whole solar setup than when the power goes out that first time. Because you have that look at this, it's all worth it feeling, because you might have those times where even your spouse, your kids, your loved ones are like, why are you doing this? And then that power goes out and they're like, this is awesome. But you were mentioning the storms and stuff, and the power going out. Have you ever used that storm, I don't know what EG4 calls it, but the storm mode where
I have not. Like, I see it, I guess, on the app where it says the weather or whatever.
Yeah,
but
the weather, whatever it is. I haven't used that, but I'm still playing with this anchor system, and I had turned on storm mode and I punched in my zip code, and it's basic. You give it your zip code, and then if it hits any of the weather warning criteria that's programmed in, it switches over and starts charging your battery. I'm working today, and all of a sudden my phone buzzes, and it doesn't normally, send me notifications and stuff like that. And I pick up my phone, and it's like, Anchor has switched to storm mode. I was like, storm
Yeah.
mode? And I look out the
Yeah.
window, and I got sunshine coming down.
Yeah.
So I tap the notification and look, and it's like, your area has just been flagged by National Weather Service that you're under a wind warning until 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, wind warning? Again, I look
Yeah.
out the window, there's nothing. And so I pull up my weather app, and it's like, oh yeah, like stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I'm watching my battery get charged all the way up to the top, and it's just holding right there because of that's the in the morning. Supposed to have, like somebody else said, 50, 60-mile-an-hour winds coming through.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we had some pretty good winds around here today, and wind and rain messed up a few things at work where I work at. Not like destroyed stuff, but like transmitters and stuff like that. So we had to get some of that stuff fixed. But that's just the stuff you had to deal with, with the weather. So it's just like that with solar or stuff at your house. I mean, it could be a trash can just flying down the road. But
Yeah, oh yeah.
hey, stuff will happen if the wind comes. My trampoline got picked up one time. I don't know if I ever told y'all that, and it flew probably about 40 feet through the yard, and it was like had like some of those anchors in the ground and stuff like that. Didn't help. That thing went. I'm like, I can't believe it just happened. And the only thing that stopped it from going into my neighbor's building was my solar array. It ran into that in the back of it. So luckily that was there, and then it hit the chicken fence and got caught in it. It flipped over, and the chickens were like, "What is going on?" I mean, the chicken coop, maybe at the same time that this happened, got flipped up, kind of
Oh,
on
good
its back,
grief.
so they couldn't even get out of the door, you know. And so it was it was like basically a micro, but it was like a little tornado. I could see it on my cameras.
Oh, a little downburst, yeah.
Like a little downburst went right through our yard. It was crazy. It was loud, and I was like, "Is there a tornado outside?" Like, I was like, "What is going on?" And I look out, my stuff's all messed up in the backyard. But basically, it didn't even hit the house. That's how small it was. It just went right to the backyard and tore some stuff up. And I was like, that was amazing. I got to see this on video. And I went on my cameras and looked at it. I was like, man, this is crazy. So yeah, stuff can happen with the weather.
I was
Anyway.
driving the bus picking up kids for church one night a couple of years ago, and it was after one of those storms that you like what you were just talking about. And you're waiting for the kids to get on, and so you're just sitting there looking out the window, surveying kind of the damage from the night before. And they got on the bus, and I'm like, didn't y'all have a trampoline? And they're like, yeah. And so we're looking for it, and it's in the neighbor's yard wrapped around the light post. Looked like a taco.
Yeah, terrible.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and there's people that like that same time, like my pool I had like one of them little, above ground whatever pools, and I had drained the water out to clean the pool because it was about to be summer or whatever. I was gonna get it all ready, and all that got messed up at the same time as this whole incident happened at the same time, and so that thing got destroyed when that wind came through there. It was crazy. My neighbor's like, man, he's like, you just took the water out of that thing yesterday. I'm like, it was perfect timing, I guess. Like, as soon as I took the water out, we got a little tornado in my yard only. I'm like, what is this? Wild. All right, let's see. I think I might have missed some questions here. Oscar Wannabe says, hey, the Slate may be the cheapest generator you can drive to work. Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
I mean, every car is a generator. You got to remember that. You can always buy one of them little inverters and put on the battery and, pull power out your 12 volt. So anybody that doesn't have power and they want a cheap system, that's the easiest thing to do. To run your fridge or something like that. You can run it for a few hours here and there and be good to go to start the motor every once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. I've seen some comments on here that I can't find now, but I saw it while we were talking. And I think one of them was get 8 to 10 stationary bikes and use those to power my house during the winter. I guess put all my kids on it or something like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, he found it.
I'll find it.
Rodney for winter just set up a bank of 8 to 10 stationary bikes with generators for winter time production.
Yep.
It would probably work.
Each
Indeed,
kid.
it would.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, y'all got jokes, man. Come on. That is pretty good though. Let me see here. I wish that I would start saving the comments. I'm looking on the iPad and see the comments, and I need to save on my computer over here. So I need to work on looking over here instead of on the iPad. Let's
So
see.
you
What
can
time
hit
is
the
it?
little star if there's one that you want to remember.
Yeah, but I just forget to look over here. I'm just looking on the iPad. I don't know what it is about that, but let's see here. Roy's got a good one here. It says, yes, here in Minnesota, 65-mile-per-hour winds tonight. That is crazy. I mean, that kind of wind, I mean, it can really mess some stuff up if you have solar. Because, I mean, people like to think, hey, you do DIY stuff, it's going to break and all that. But it don't matter if it's commercial or whatever. I mean, enough wind can break anything. Your house, your solar array. So hopefully all your stuff survived. Let us know how everything, dealt with all that.
Those storms that came through, was it Tuesday night? They had footage Wednesday of some solar farms that hail had come down, and hail just completely destroyed the arrays. And I mean, some of those areas had 6-inch hail balls coming down.
Yeah, that's going to damage a lot of stuff. It doesn't matter what you have. I mean,
no, yeah, exactly.
I mean, what are you supposed to do? Your house is going to be messed up if you got 6-inch rocks coming at it. I mean, come on. That thing's going to be moving for one thing. So I'm sure people have some, I don't know, man, some high roof bills, I guess. Got to replace stuff. That is terrible. Let's see here. I'm looking at the comments. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, man. Okay. I clicked the wrong one. Like, as soon as I went to click, it moves because people are talking so fast. So, what's that one say? How's the high voltage BMS doing?
Yeah, you missed that one from last week.
Okay.
So, DMI, the comment just prior to that one, I think, is building some kind of high voltage shunt.
Is he the one with the channel we've been talking about to go look at? Okay, yeah, the building.
Yeah, he's got a couple of those inverters that Eric has.
We need to bring him on, man.
DIY'd his own cells.
All right, now let's try to bring up Joe Smith's comment that I wanted to bring up that I missed. I can't even click on a comment. Come on. Laugh out loud. My neighbor asked me why my lights were on and asked if I had a generator. I said, no, I have solar and battery, and offered her a cord as we were out of power for 2 days. She said no, since I had no generator. Does she not realize how solar works? If the sun was out and you offered it, I would take it. I mean, that's just, people, I don't understand people sometimes. You try to help people out, they don't want help.
Yeah, I like Randy's. All my neighbors are asking me why my lights stay on when theirs are in the dark. I told them to give me some cash and I'll make their lights stay on too.
That is awesome. Oh, what state are you in? Oh, man. Let's see. Roy says 70-mile-per-hour wind is normal here. So I guess he's just building all his stuff to take that. I guess you live in some plains or something. It would be my guess. Oh, man. Matt Man Solar says, just watched the solar farm miles of path cut out of farm array. It was wrecked. Just talking about the storms, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, it says, let's see.
Yeah, he said it, he updated it. He said he watched the solar farm.
let's see here. James says, we had an ice storm last spring in northern Wisconsin and the UP of Michigan. People with generators were driving over 40 miles one way to find gasoline. I ran 2 weeks on pure solar. Y'all have heard me complain about this before. But what is the point of having a generator if you don't have no gas? Come on, people. What is the point? People are like, I got 5 gallons of gas. What you gonna do with 5 gallons of gas long term? Like
That's maybe a day if you're
yeah,
lucky. Maybe.
What I tell people is, I mean, I understand everybody can't afford to do but so much. It's better to have 5 gallons than nothing. So if you that's all you can afford, go ahead and get it. But if you can afford more, I'd have at least enough for 2 weeks. Because most minor things are going to be fixed within 2 weeks. A lot of people can be without power for a week during storms and stuff like this. I know some of these ice storms we had recently in Tennessee. I mean, you know, they might have been out of power for more than 2 weeks. But that's because the electric company was terrible. I mean, they wouldn't pay people to come help them. I mean, that is just crazy. There was plenty of people that could have came and helped and resolved those issues faster. But if you can have enough on hand for 2 weeks and then you kind of limit what you run every day, if you run your refrigerator, stuff like that, 4 hours in the morning and 4 hours at night, I mean, you're going to be able to run a long time with a generator. If you're running it 24/7 just so you can have the internet and just normal life, yeah, you're going to have a lot more gas, but just store more gas. I know you guys know that. But if you know anybody else with a generator, your neighbor, say, hey, how much gas you got stored for that? You know, just bring it up. Find a way. You know, get them more prepared. A lot of people don't like to talk about prepping and being prepared and stuff like that. But you got to bring it up in a different way, I guess. I don't know what to tell you how to do it, but just find a way, find something in common with them and say, you know, man, you remember that storm we had? I wish I would have had more gas. Maybe it'll make them think and then go buy a little more. So if your neighbors are more prepared, you could be able to help another neighbor that doesn't have anything. So
lots of things to keep in mind, especially since we're at the early edge of storm spring.
Yeah. Why does it seem like storm season didn't end? Because we've had all this ice and just crazy weather going on. It seems like all for the last 6 months, it seems like stuff's been crazy. Or actually a couple years, probably, if you include all these crazy hurricanes and flooding and everything else that's happened. And it seems like it's happened all over the place, not just the East Coast. I mean, I've heard about stuff happening on the West, in the Midwest, in Texas, everywhere. So let's see here. I got to start marking these comments. I see them and then I can't find it. We're sitting there talking.
Can you mark them on your tablet and then?
Well, I was looking on the computer, but then I start talking and looking at you and then look back up and it's gone. So it's already 8:57. I can't believe it. I guess I've been talking of a storm. I'm sorry, but I guess we'll go ahead and maybe pull up one more question here. Well, okay. I don't know.
I was gonna say you got to pull that one up.
I don't know what he's talking about here. I had to pull it up. Choo. It's like the people that have lots of guns and no ammo. That's about crazy too, you know. So I mean, I'm a little bit of a gun nut, I guess, but you know, there's something you have to have with it. And I would say I have a little bit of that. You know. So yep, that's definitely a big one there.
Wait, this is recorded? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. I lost it in a boating accident.
Exactly.
All of it. When I went on that hiking trip, we took a boat, lost it all. But 8:58. So Adam, what you got coming up? I guess we'll go ahead and start talking about that since we're so close to the end here.
I have one video edit in progress on the next piece of that anchor system that I tried to focus on. So hopefully that should be coming out this weekend. And then ever since Chinese New Year ended, my email's been blowing up from requests from different companies all over the place. Look at this, look at that. You know, look at this.
Just crazy stuff too.
It's
crazy
it's
stuff.
Stupid
it's
stuff.
like, you know, I don't have anything to do with this. Why are you sending me this?
Yeah. What was one of the I got this week was a sprinkler timer. I don't have any sprinklers. I live out in the country. We don't use sprinklers.
Yeah. I think I might have got that too. Like that. I'm just like, man, come on.
But I know I've got I think the new EcoFlow battery is supposed to be coming. They're Citrix or Crixix or whatever it starts with a C. I know that much. But that one's supposed to be coming, and then a couple other things that I'm working on. So lots of continued stuff going on. Just working one more day at a time, trying to take the house off grid. I need to finally do all that SPD stuff that we keep talking about every year.
I'm never gonna get anything done.
I need to get those installed. So we're yeah. I need to build a junction box here in the basement, and then just they're not that complicated to install. It's just finding time to do it. So
Yeah. Anytime you think like this has been happening to me a lot lately. I'm like, okay, I'll be off of work this day. My plan is starting in the morning to work on this project until this time in the afternoon. I'm gonna work on it all day. And then like the night before, my wife's like, oh, so and so's got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and the other one's got this going on and that. I'm like, every time I say, I'm never gonna get a project done. And I
yeah,
keep telling people on the stream I'm gonna be able to get this video out, and then I can never do it. And it's
I'm
just
still
life.
waiting on your Grid Boss video to come out.
Yeah. Yeah. I
You
need to
need
go.
see
I need an overview video of what I'm using. That's what I need to do.
you need to do the Grid Boss video like you did that storm video with the snow or whatever. You know, it's like B-roll with you just talking a little bit and some music playing or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I need to do. Let's just say that. Okay, I didn't want to interrupt you. Go ahead. You can finish if you got anything else to say, because I know I just started talking
Nope.
over you.
Nope. I think I'm done. So
All right. Yep. SPDs I got installed in. There's a whole bunch of stuff I got to do. I got to get this stuff done at my parents' house with the battery and the video and get that all settled. I went and purchased a few things here and there and tried to measure some stuff to make sure everything was going to fit. It's going to be a little tight where I'm putting it, and I'm absolutely 100% sure it wouldn't meet some kind of code because it's going to be so close to the meter box. I'm sure there's some distance it's supposed to be away from it, but that's just all that was there before I started doing the solar, and I didn't really have a choice. So it's gonna go where it goes, and everybody's gonna be probably mad in the comments that likes all their government regulations, but we're gonna make it happen. And I'm gonna get a video out. Hopefully next week I'll be able to get that done. I should have a couple of days off. I'm working a whole bunch this week, and then some more next week, but I should have a couple of days off. So hopefully I can get that done, and we'll see how it goes. Hey, thanks for everybody for coming and joining the stream and hanging out. We see some of the same people here every week, so it looks like we got 80 people watching right now. So we must have a few extra people because usually it seems like we always have 70 something. I don't know why.
mm-hmm.
Is it the same people every time? But hey, we definitely thank you for coming to join us. If you have any kind of questions, I forgot to show okay, we got a couple more things to show you guys. I forgot.
Yeah, we'll show them.
I started talking way too much tonight. I don't know what happened. My goodness.
Million miles an hour.
Hey, I was thinking that we wouldn't have enough to talk about because I didn't prepare anything, but I'm like, man, we went through an hour of talking here. All right, I gotta pull up an email. Hold on a minute. I'm definitely not prepared again.
See,
Which one is this?
This is from Roy.
Hold on.
So I've got the email here. 25 kilowatts of solar. And then let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Just cover us because we don't need to be seen. You guys have seen us enough tonight. So 25 kilowatts of solar. And then this is beautiful. 150 kilowatt hours batteries, 8 600 volt Morningstar charge controllers, Magnum quad inverter, 10 kilowatt Berge wind turbine, charge controller below the gutter, supervised install at a customer's location. So
okay.
This was sent in from Roy.
What I want to know is the 10 kilowatt Berge wind turbine, or is that 10 kilowatts? Or are you talking about the Magnum inverter was 10 kilowatts? Because if the wind one was 10, that's pretty big, isn't it?
I mean, it looks like it says Well,
For
there's no
it,
punctuation in the email,
yeah,
so
yeah, could be
it's
either
hard to
one.
say. Yeah.
But if it is the wind one, I want to know how is that working out and if it's worth it, because I think you probably have to put that on a pretty large tower and it's probably a pretty expensive install. But I'm just wondering if that's really worth it with the wind versus solar. Okay,
The
William Bryce
inverter.
says Berge Excel is a 10K turbine. Bam,
Okay.
nice.
So yeah, that's
That'd be pretty interesting. I'd love to see some videos on that.
no kidding. Well, you can kind of see it. So let me see here.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty high. I mean, so I'm guessing it wasn't cheap to install.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind to have having one of those though.
Yeah, what is that? You think that's more than 40 feet
Yeah.
high?
Oh yeah.
I mean the building's probably 10 or 12 foot at the top. I'm guessing at least at a minimum. So it's up there pretty good. That's nice. I like it.
No, I like that. Oops. One button. Okay. And then we had off grid wannabe sent this in talking about the
Flood has started.
yep, the flood has started. Everything's starting to melt. So I think was it last week that we showed pictures of feet of snow in front of his place. And then yeah, just that. All that has to go someplace. All that
Yeah.
snow has to melt someplace.
William Bryce says, I know where to get some cheap and used condition. Look, the wind blows
Oh, the
hard at my
turbines.
house. Now, I mean, I don't know if I would be able to put a tower up because I just don't think I have the room. But the wind blows pretty good at my house. If there was a way for me to put one up like 20 foot, I could probably get a tower to do that. But I just don't have the space to guy out something that's real big because I have so much stuff in my yard already with solar panels and all that. But I think it would work excellent at my house just because the wind and the field behind it and there's no trees and the wind seems to blow here all the time. So I would guess 40 foot up in the air would probably be, pretty decent. But we'd like to thank everybody for joining the stream. If you got any things you want to see in like a system and you want us to go over in the stream next week or the week after, or whenever we get a chance, hey, send it to, what is it? Let me pull up the email.
Let's
banner
see
here.
here. Live at unplugged.solar.
He must have hit it at the same time I hit
Yep,
it.
there we go.
Yep, live at unplugged.solar. You can share your pictures, your projects, all that kind of stuff. We definitely appreciate everybody that comes out here every week. And it looked like Ask Solar, or I can't remember what the name is. He said that our stream got pushed out to his homepage. I don't know if that's happened to us before with anybody. So that is pretty awesome. So hey, we'd like to thank you for joining the stream just because you saw it on your homepage. Definitely appreciate everybody showing up tonight. Adam, any last words before we jump off of here?
No, thanks for joining us. I mean, you guys kind of make this stream what it is because otherwise it'd just be Rodney and me talking the entire time. And for me, I mean, that could be really interesting. For Rodney, it'd probably get really boring really fast.
Oh man.
But yeah, I know we've got a lot of weird weather coming up within the next 48 hours for a lot of folks. Snow, wind, nastiness. So y'all stay safe and warm.
Oh yeah. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.